Hello to all my listeners and viewers of Kiwi Talks. I wish to apologize for the quality of this podcast, as unfortunately this episode suffered from a few technical glitches and some audio feedback. This will be rectified going forward. Don't forget you can use the timestamps in this episode's description to skip to the different sections if you're finding it difficult to listen to the full podcast. I want to thank Robin Rhones for taking time out to chat with me despite these hiccups. Now, on to the show. Welcome everyone to another episode of Kiwi Talks. I'm happy to be speaking to my girl all the way in Dallas, Texas, battle rapper Robin Rhymes. How you doing?
Howdy, hey!
Yeah.
Woo!
We've been having a few technical glitches, but we're here. We got this done. That's the main thing.
We finally dominated the Matrix.
Yes, we did. So,
I know.
First thing I got to ask is, how you doing? With everything that's going on, how are you coping with the insanity of a pandemic?
I don't know. How do you really prepare for that? Like, no one's ever had one before. So it's like, what do you do? Like, I guess a couple of Audible books have been nice.
Oh, yeah?
I've been checking out 50 Cent's Audible book he has with Robert Greene. You know, he has the 48 Laws of Power. So he has the 48 Laws of Power. So he's got one with 50, and it's the 50th law. And I thought that was kind of fire. And then he's got a book, just Curtis Jackson, where he's really just talking about himself, like separate from what we know 50 Cent as. So, and it's really, really interesting. So I've been doing that, and a lot of ice cream is involved.
Ice cream.
A lot of ice cream is involved.
What type of ice cream?
Cookies and cream and chocolate chip cookie dough.
Ah.
Yeah. What do you guys have? I know you guys have like.
We're not that weird, man. We do have like
the same flavors. So I looked up what do y'all eat, because I was like, what am I gonna eat over there? So I was like, I did see like Manuka honey.
Honey, yeah.
Manuka honey. You eat some type of balls. I mean, not balls, like not like
testicles. Yeah.
Some type of, I don't know. You know what? The internet doesn't know. Hell.
Look, we aren't that weird, man. You could find pretty much most things. Although we don't have a lot of Mexican, which I know is quite popular in the States. Yeah, because we don't have a lot of Mexicans here. But Indians are here. Chinese people are here. Japanese people here. So you can find all that stuff.
I love Indian food.
Yeah, my missus is Indian, so I get it all the time.
Like butter chicken, chicken biryani, extra spicy. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you love your spicy food.
Spicy. Oh, I want my nose to run. That's me. I love it.
So that's how you've been staying sane, just eating and reading books.
Or listening to books. I've been on Netflix. It's a whole bunch of. You know what? It's too many options on Netflix. I can't really pick one. I'll just crash. I'll be like, I'll literally watch the previews of all the new stuff, and it takes like an hour. And then after that, I just don't want to watch anything. So it's like, I forgot what I want. I'll be like, ooh, I like that one. Let's see what else is next. And then I forget about the one that I was looking at. So it's like, I can't make a decision.
But how's the vibe like there? Because on top of COVID-19, you got the riots, the looting, the police brutality.
It's a mix. Like, I'll give an example. Like, my job, they came out with a email about, LGBT community or whatever. And not to say that, no one respects the LGBT community. It was just more like 90% of your workforce is there African American. Like, we don't want to, we like we got something going on like right now. So it's like a lot of anger. And then next thing you know, it's like, hey, we're going to let you guys off for Juneteenth. It was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. You better.
Yeah.
But it's a little weird. It's a little weird because you can tell there's a little division. Like, some people are, for the rights or whatever. Not to say that nobody's saying we can't have rights, but you can just see there's a little tension, just a little. You notice it, but you don't, you don't push. You don't put.
Are you seeing that in Dallas though? Is there much of that?
Yeah, no, I see it like, okay, so I have friends who wear, you know, the George Floyd fist shirt, and they go out in public with that, and some people get offended by that and say things to them, and I hear about stories, and it's like, I can't even believe anybody would get upset about a t-shirt. It's a t-shirt, you know, and I know what it represents, but it's like, I wouldn't think that somebody asking for rights would be so upsetting, you know, or inclusion would be, why is that so upsetting? I don't understand. Like, I don't know. Just, it's ridiculous to be in 2020 and we're still having this conversation. We're in 2020. Like, this should not be, we shouldn't be having this conversation. Like, damn near the whole population is like brown. Everybody's mixed up. Nobody is original. Nobody is who they are. Like, literally, like what, you know, you're going to do facial recognition on who? Like, do you recognize you're not you anymore? You're not, you know? So, I mean, everybody's brown. Everybody can pass for something else. Literally, if you think about it. So, but dealing with it, it's okay. You can tell there's some anger, but it's kind of died down since the arrest. So it's just more like a curfew, maybe just downtown, because that's usually where the protesting is. But like everywhere else, it's just pretty much open. But a lot of people are for it. Like, no, it's no, you know, and it's not just black. It's all colors. So it's like, no, we're tired of this. It's 2020. We're tired of having this conversation. You know? Yeah. But I could see the opposition on it because there's so much money into it. So it's like so much money we make our money that way. And it's like, no, you're going to stop making your money that way. Do you think that some of it might be because people were locked up for a while as well? So the rioting might be a result of that. You know, people are just, because they were on lockdown and trapped inside for so long. Because even when we locked down here, I mean, after 2 weeks, I was going pretty mad. Yeah, y'all were rioting, like literally when the George Floyd broke out, y'all were rioting harder than Dallas. I was like, whoa, that's on the other side of the continent. But there's an episode, have you ever seen the Simpsons, the movie? Have you ever seen it? Yes, I have. Okay, you remember they were locked in the dome? Yeah. And Barney broke the coffee thing, and he was like, we're all out of coffee, and everything just burst into flames, right? That's kind of like what this pandemic was. Not to say that, you know, the death of George Floyd was coffee. I wouldn't dare compare that. But I'm saying it was just like, just that one little thing, And it's like, you know what? I'm just going to burn this city down, you know, because it's like you're cooped up. You shouldn't be seeing stuff like that on the news. We literally watched a human being be killed on national television, and there were no arrests. Like that literally was like wait a minute, whoa, you can't do that, you know? You can't do that. You can't. There has to be something done, like now, like not tomorrow. We're not going to march and protest and vote. We've done that. Voting is rigged. We marched 50 years ago. Look where we are. I'm tired of marching. I'm ready to fight. Let's go. Yeah? Yeah. So what's next for you? As far as protesting, or are we talking about battle rap? What are you talking about? Well, we'll move away from protesting because we could be here all day. Yeah. That's some serious stuff. It's like, wait a minute. Nah. No, as far as protesting, like just to close it out, there's probably going to be more education on financial independence as far as keeping money. Just more like if you want rights, like if you can't respect me as a consumer, you're saying I don't have rights, then I'm not going to spend my money and you don't respect me, you know? Like I go to work like everybody else. I pay taxes like everyone else. I should have the same protection as everybody else. So if you're saying I'm not included in that, I won't include my money. And usually money talks. Every time. Money talks. So I think it'll be more education in that coming up. So that's my little, say. How are you holding up there?
Well, I don't like to brag, but we're pretty good here. Normality is somewhat returned. We have, I think, about 14 cases or something at the border. They've all been contained, really, but everything's normal here. People are going to bars, restaurants, sporting events.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I think the part of it is just because, we have a small population. Our biggest city, Auckland, which is 1.7 million or something, that's like the size of Phoenix or something in the States. So, you don't have a huge population density like, say, in LA and New York. So
yeah, oh man.
Yeah.
They must know something. It's everywhere. I heard they're even spraying the air out there. Not here, but out there, they need to spray the air. They need to spray. Look.
Yeah. What's the population of Dallas?
I don't know. Like, I wouldn't know that. Like, I don't know. It's a lot of us. I mean, it's not as big as Houston. Houston is bigger. It's bigger than Austin. I don't know.
We'll say a lot. We'll say a lot of people.
Just a lot. It's just a lot of people. A lot of people.
A lot of people.
So yeah, we're like, okay, you know what? To think about it, we're number 3 in the pandemic. There you go. Whatever number that is. Look, that's us. So
I hope it gets better for you guys, honestly, because it's hard to watch. I mean, I think because we're so isolated here, we come to sometimes forget the gravity of the situation overseas because it's just normal here. But every other country, everything's going to shit and stuff. So it's just, it
is
good to be reminded.
Like, even to go into 7-Eleven, it's like everything is just, this plastic. Everybody's in bubble tape. Don't touch me. Like, don't breathe. Like, don't breathe on me. Just stay over there. So it's weird.
Well, you wouldn't want to be using Tinder right now, that's for sure.
Oh, man. I've never used Tinder, but I could imagine. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll move on to better, more happy topics like battle rap.
All right. Let's go.
Let's go. All right. Well, tell me how you got. Oh, damn. Just chill.
I'm sorry. It's the energy drink. And you know what? My engineer told me if I was drinking the energy drink, I might end up getting a burst of energy during the interview. So it's like, let me put it down.
That's all good. It's all right. Well, it's getting late there. So how did you get into battle rap?
How did I get into battle rap? It's kind of like an accident. I had a boyfriend at the time who was into battle rap, but I didn't understand it because he only played the Smack DVD trailers. So, but he presented it to me like this was battle rap. And I was like, but they're only talking smack about each other. They're not rapping. This isn't battle rap. Like, can you imagine that? Like, you're looking at the trailer and they're like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got nothing on me and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's not a rap battle. So that's not a rap battle. What is that? I'm used to rap battle. You pick up a mic, it's a beat, and you say what you got to say, And so finally, I found out what battle rap was, how they did it or whatever. And someone that he knew was throwing a battle rap event, but it was a girl on the league who did not have an opponent or whatever. And, I was asked if I could step in for her so she could go on to bigger things. And when I stepped in, I won, but then I got the call from Queen of the Ring. So then it was like, that's how I got into battle rap.
You got to take that.
I know, right? So that's how I got in, and I'm here.
But was it something that came naturally?
Yeah, I was already like doing music and, doing my own little thing with radio. So it wasn't like natural because I didn't understand the acapella part, like having to learn how to get that rhythm right. Because you're used to music and you're on a beat, like, oh, I can do this. But then when it's quiet, you have to really say things a certain way. And that's kind of hard to learn. So, especially when you're like having to learn it on the main stage for the first time. So that's very hard to learn. But hey, we learn. We learn.
How do you go about constructing your punchlines?
Stretching?
No.
Is that what you said?
Constructing your punchlines.
I don't know. Like, I'll take an angle about somebody, and if I have a really good idea about it, like if I can see myself saying that or whatever, and just be like, ooh, I can say it this way, and just, you know, it just depends on the person. It's not. You usually you start out with name flips. Everybody starts out with name flips. But if you just got that one bar, everything else just kind of falls into place. It's that one haymaker to you. Yeah. And usually your haymaker is not going to be what everyone likes. But as long as it's to you, it's like, okay, everything else you kind of construct everything around that. Like, so I don't know if I answered your question. Did I answer your question? Okay, cool.
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
What part didn't I answer? Look.
Well, no. I'm just more the intricate details of it. So would you think of the punchline and then work your way back, or do you actually construct your rounds in a linear fashion, or do you kind of take parts and then while you're doing your round you kind of freestyle it? Like, can your third round become your first round?
Oh, okay. So it just depends on. Okay, with me, it just kind of depends on where I'm at, because some of your over the head stuff isn't going to fly in a certain area. So you kind of want the crowd to be familiar with you or familiar with what you're saying. So you're going to say easy things that they can say along with you in the first round, so they can get comfortable with you. Like, they can accept you. They can identify with you. And then second round, you could probably play around, maybe personal a little bit, maybe a little comedy, so they can kind of relax a little bit. And then third, give it,
Right.
But usually I'm a puncher on the first round. I'm going to punch the shit out of you. I'm not waiting to the third. We're going to get to it right now. I'm going to beat your ass.
Well, you have
no other round. I'm going to whoop your ass in this first round.
Well, you have the audience's attention straight away out the gate if you hit them with a real hard punchline.
Oh yeah. Like that first, because you only have, our attention span is so short, so you have to get that attention quick. So you can't just be telling a long story, because sometimes you'll see somebody tell a story and it's like, where are they going with this? And then when they get to the punch, it's not there. But some people can tell a long story, and then when they get there, you be like, oh, like, oh, that was so hard. So I don't know. It just depends. It depends on your opponent. Sometimes it also depends on your last battle. If your last battle wasn't great, it's time for you to evolve into something different, or to be stronger in this one. So what do you want to change? It just depends.
Yeah.
So,
How do you find with memorizing stuff?
Oh God.
How much prep do you give yourself?
I give myself prep. It's just sometimes life happens, right? So you don't have as much prep as you think you're gonna have. Also, I work under pressure. Like, if I know that clock is ticking, that's when it just comes out of nowhere. Because if I try to just sit and write, it's like, it's not coming. But when that pressure comes, it's like, all right, here it is. I got it. Here it is. So first you got to write it. And then everything that you write isn't going to roll off your tongue the way you're reading it. It's not. Your mind takes certain words and just says, hey, that doesn't go together. So you're going to take stuff out because your mind just isn't, it's not, as far as with me, this is with me. Sometimes my mind is not going to take that bar in, or I might have a bar that I know is very disrespectful, and subconsciously I know it's going to be very disrespectful. So I might not say it as strong as I should. So I might just take that out. Like, you know what? I want to say that, but I don't have the balls right now to say that, sometimes. But it just depends. So, yeah, just constructing and making it roll together, that can be a little time consuming. But as far as memorization, don't judge me. I use flashcards.
Do you?
Yes.
Flashcards.
Do not judge me. Yes. I use flashcards.
Well, there's no right way or wrong way. So if it works for you, it works for you.
It doesn't always work. Sometimes I don't have enough time, but if I have flashcards, I can pull it out and I can just go right here. I don't have to look up my phone. My phone need to charge my phone. Well, I could just pull it out and just, all right. I think everybody's just different.
Yeah.
So.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you were meant to come here, because some people listening to this won't know, that you were meant to come to New Zealand late March until the world went to shit because of COVID-19.
We're out of coffee. Yes, I was meant to come. I was meant to battle Scrypt.
Yeah. So how did that all happen?
How did that happen? I think I don't know how that happened.
Did someone contact you, or did you contact Daylyt?
I think Chilla hit me about something like, "Hey, you want to go overseas?" Because I'm always like with the KLTD events. I'm in Toronto. Hey, you want to go overseas to battle? Yeah, I want to go overseas to battle. Why not? Like, yeah. Not even just that. I would want somebody to come over here to my city and battle. Like, I would love that. Like, come over here.
Yeah.
Come over here. You come over here. We can come over. So, but yeah, and it was like, you got Scrypt. And I'm thinking Scrypt's the guy. I was like, damn, I've never battled a guy before.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that as well, which I find weird.
And I write for some of the guys, so it's like, I think I could take a guy.
I think you could too.
Could a guy take me though?
Well, that's the question.
Can a guy take me on?
I remember when Diz versus Official, and that was brutal.
Oh man, I'd have whooped Reece. I'd have fucked Diz up.
Oh.
Diz is cute. My first time meeting Diz in Toronto, Diz is huge. I don't know what his ethnicity is, but he is huge. That is He's one Lebanese. Huge Lebanese. Oh man. Yeah. Oh man. Good food. But yeah, and he was pumped. Like he literally.
He was jacked.
He was. How Diz, that's a character.
You're blushing right now as you talk about him.
I know. Look. I love Diz, and then he was just this big guy. He caught me off guard because I see him on the YouTube all the time, and then here he is in front of me, and he's huge. Like I could just imagine how, shout out to Math. I could just imagine how Math and Math is huge. So you have these big gargoyles, these big dinosaurs going after it. It's like, that's what I thought when I saw him. I was like, damn, who is going to break this up? I wouldn't. Let them fight, So, but yeah, it's brutal. I do see the guys go in on the girls, just, they name it, but I feel like the girls can go in just as hard. Just as hard. So, girl power.
I agree.
So.
Well, maybe you need to make that happen. After COVID, that is.
Of course. I don't want to get the cooties.
Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah, I don't want to get the cooties. But yeah, I'll definitely have to look into that. Go ahead.
If there was one male battle rapper, who would it be? If there was one guy you could battle rap, would it be Diz? No, it wouldn't be Diz.
I want to battle DNA.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why DNA?
DNA knows how to switch his. One, I've never seen DNA battle a girl, except for 40 and Bonnie. And then DNA is very well respected. He switches up his style. He's going to go in, but he's going to come at an angle that I'm not going to expect. But his writing pattern, I think I could get with DNA. I would like to battle DNA.
Yeah?
Yeah. So
maybe King of the Dot can make it happen or something.
Yeah, DNA. I wish I could battle Charlie, but Charlie would kill me. Sometimes you just gotta be honest. Just be honest with just no. I'm not battling Charlie. You know?
It might make you bring your A game. Because he's gonna destroy me and bring the best out of me. Oh, he's gonna bring my soul out and say, hey, this is you. Fix that. Then he's gonna put it back in. Then he's gonna put it back in me and be like, here you go. You know. Have you met him?
Who, Charlie?
Yeah.
Charlie's the homie.
Yeah.
Wildin' Out came here last year. I went to go see him. I've been around Charlie a couple of times. So he's a pretty cool individual. He just had a show with Head Crack on The Gloves Are Off on his show on Caffeine TV. And that was a good interview. I got to ask him different questions. How he felt about Hollow taking his slogan.
Yeah.
You know, when is he going to come out with his own line of clip flops? You know, clip flops. You know, what do you, you know? So yeah, Charlie's cool.
That's cool.
Yep.
And you and Chilla, are you and Chilla tight?
Yeah, Chilla's pretty cool. You know what? I talk to Chilla a lot, but it's more about I'll call him to break down a bar he might have said. And I'll be like, did you mean that? I'll catch something that no one else caught. And I'll be like, I didn't even see that coming. You know, sometimes I'll see something and I'll just like, oh my gosh, like, you know. So yeah. He battled here in Texas versus HA Double or whatever. And so there's an old show called Double Dare. And he was like, slime on his head if Double Dare me or whatever. And I was like, ah! You know, you go through the slime to get the flag or whatever. So I was like, oh my gosh, that was fire.
That's cool. And because he played some part in the original plan for you to come here?
Yes he did. Yes,
yeah.
He did.
Because
so, I mean, he kind of knows. Okay, so like female battle rap over here is kind of, how I say this? It's not dead. It's just kind of, I don't know where it is. Like, you know, I don't know where it is. You know, Queen of Ring isn't.
Yeah, it doesn't get the same.
They're not throwing any events. I'm sure they have things coming up. It's just
they don't get the same marketing.
It's not like Smack. It's not like Smack. You see how Smack is throwing something every week. Well, Queen of Ring hasn't had an event since January. It's July. You know, but because of COVID.
Yeah, obviously.
You know, but Smack is still, you know, and then it's like. You know, and then even before COVID, it was a little tricky because it's like you're seeing the big names, they're getting the bookings a lot, and you know, shout out to them or whatever. But you kind of see the people that are trying to, and then there's like, so I think he kind of recognized that and was like, hey, you want to come overseas? You're overseas anyways. You might as well battle. So. You know,
so how much?
Face.
What's that?
You gotta see your face. You're like, yeah, whatever, bitch.
No. I'm just paying attention. I'm paying attention. I'm listening.
Okay.
Listening.
I got you.
Yeah. Don't take me that way. I think it's my face. I think my face.
Your face. You got that.
My missus says that too.
Okay.
She's like, "What's your problem?" I'm like, "Nothing, man." Yeah. I'm listening intently because here's the thing. Like, you seem like a actual sweetheart talking to you, but you like look like a killer when you're battling.
Oh man!
Like, do you have to get into that state of mind, or can you just switch it like that?
it's not very easy to get in that state of mind because you're walking in there with some killers. Yeah. Like literally, like if they smell you, like if they smell blood, like you're getting in the water with sharks. So if they smell blood, like, oh yeah, those fangs are gonna come out. So you have like big top tier names, women, fans of whoever you're going against that probably don't even like you. And, you know, you got to come in there and you have to put on. And usually I'm probably the first to go up. So that's a lot of pressure, especially with a big venue that's been waiting like 3 hours for sound check. You know, like that could be hard. Like, you know, what if your mind starts racing? Like what, you know, no, it's not easy to get in character at all. But, you know, once you get to go on, it's like, all right, here we are. We're here. You know?
Yeah. Because I know local battle rappers in New Zealand have said to me that they prefer to go on first as opposed to last, because when they're last, they can't drink, they can't relax, and they just have to be prepared. I mean, some of them go over their lines before they even battle. So do you prefer to be early in the lineup or later in the lineup?
I like to be early in the lineup because late, you have to understand the crowd has been hearing bars for hours. Yeah. They've been standing up. It's hot. They've been drinking. You know, everybody, you know, people ready to go home. So they've been hearing bars for hours. So that energy can just. So when you come up, it's like, oh, hurry up, I'm ready to go home. You know, nobody's really listening to you. Like kind of like bourbon surf. Like everybody was ready to go home in that battle because there was so many battles. Yeah. But if it's like a short amount of battles, cool. But if it's like a long list of battles, you're like, oh, you know, like I would fly to New York and Urban Plaza would be wrapped around the building at 8 o'clock in the morning. And they're not letting nobody in till like 1, 2. So you're already standing outside getting that workout. Then you're getting into the building. Then they start with the battles. And then you're probably not leaving till like 2 in the morning. So it's like a long day, like it's a workout. Yeah. So if those bars aren't there by the time the headliner goes on, it's like, oh, you know, I'm ready to go. My feet hurt. I'm hot. I'm drunk. Help. I'm hungry. You know? I would prefer to go first. First or second, probably second. I need to see how this crowd is going to react. I don't know where I'm at. Like,
is there ever times where you do a punchline, and then you think it's going to pop off, and then it doesn't, and you're like, oh, does it mess you up?
All the time.
All the time?
All the time. All the time. You'll say in your mind, it's like, oh, that bar is so fire. But depending on where you're at, you know, sometimes your opponent can have, if you're going to their house, which I've always had to go to somebody else's house. If you go to their house, the crowd there is going to go for the home team. So their job is not to say anything. They're to give you the silent treatment or to make it throw you off. So I put rain in the dirt. That's agriculture. And they're like, crickets. Yeah. You're like, oh, damn, I thought that was hard. You know, you have to kind of make it comical. If no one's feeling it, you just turn it into your own little joke. Like, damn, I thought that was fire. Like, you know, yeah. Somebody will laugh with you. If you could just get somebody to laugh, that's it. Keep going. Yeah. So.
Because I suppose that's the hard part, right? It's got to be complex enough that it hits hard, but not too complex that people won't get it.
You want people to remember it, and you want people to say it with you. So you want it to be nice and simple. That's probably what makes Charlie Clips a killer, because he doesn't have all of these rum nitty bars. He's just simple. You know, that's a big gun, you know, gun so big, God gotta open, you know, just things you can picture simple. Yeah. Versus 2, 2, 2, 3s and da-da-da-da-da. You're like, damn, Nitty, what did you just say? If you don't get your ass, well, literary arts. I literally got to write it out to figure out what you were saying. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was all right.
So did you do much research on New Zealand battle rap before you was supposed to come here?
Yes, I looked at JP80.
Yeah, that's my boy.
PFAT.
Yep.
Raw Thawt.
Yep.
Of course, Scrypt. And Talented Steven. I'm trying to figure out who was that.
I won't even get that guy.
Let's not go there.
Yeah, let's just.
Why is everybody talking about this man? So I had to do my research on that. Look, we'll talk.
Yeah, I'll tell you off air.
Yeah, make sure you edit this.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I kind of know. I know now, but you know.
Yeah. So
yeah,
we won't talk about him.
Yeah.
Were you surprised, or did you find anything that was very curious to you, or interesting, or that you weren't expecting when you watched some of them?
I wasn't expecting so much support and love that y'all show to your own battlers. Like if somebody messes up, stumbles or whatever, like y'all don't go in on them about it. Y'all just be like, it's okay, let's go. You know, y'all are just happy to just perform, and like you make it so much fun. Like that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be so, you know, we're out of coffee. It's not supposed to be, you know.
Yeah,
so,
well, I think sometimes it can get too competitive, and then you forget about what it's about, you know, the camaraderie and the fun nature of it. There's a bit of a camaraderie with the battle rap scene here, which is probably why I like a lot of the dudes, because it's all love. I mean, it's all love in the States too. It's not sad, isn't it? I mean, you guys all hug and all that at the end of a battle.
Not the girls.
Not the girls?
No.
Oh, yeah, the girls don't, yeah.
No.
Yeah, the guys do.
The guys can battle, go kick it. They can go get with a girl, drink, eat, no problem. The girls cannot do that. The girls are, after you battle a girl, she's either mad, she's stalking you, she cannot move on from you, like, just nobody is friends, nobody, you know, gets along. I'm trying to think who's somebody I can, after I've battled. I would say Lady Flames. Lady Flames is real cool. We hugged. No, much love to her. Everybody else is hands. Let's go. You know, like it's on site. Like
why is that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't come up. I don't know. I'm in my mind, it's just a rap battle, but people get offended. People are mad. I don't know. I have no clue. I have no clue. That's. I would like the answer to that question. So what are we fighting about again? I don't understand. We did a rap battle.
So when
did
you realize this? That the girls hated on each other after the battle? Did that happen to you once, and then were you like?
No, it happens to me every time. In fact, all the girls will hate each other, and then when I walk in the room, they unite against me. Be like, I hate you, but I really hate that bitch. You be like, damn, y'all don't even like each other. Shit. Well, at least I can bring y'all together. That's how I look at it. Well, at least I can bring y'all together.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, I was just like, all right, well, somebody got to carry the weight on their shoulders.
Yeah.
So
what's the end goal for you? Where's the
end goal? I would love to take my writing skills from here into other realms, probably like for TV. You see TV always mimicking rap battles, things, you know, just probably taking it over somewhere else. Even comical. You see how like a lot of people went into Wildin' Out or whatever. You know, I'm thinking more like, you know, just other things, but just writing in other realms, not just battle rap. We can't live here forever. We've got to take it and do something. So, but that's the end goal. Probably television. That's where I want to go. I want to go to television. So I don't have to be on camera. I could be behind. I could write, whatever. So.
Have you been able to network with anyone?
I haven't met anybody yet. I mean, Charlie introduced me to some people with Wildin' Out. And then I met a couple of people from MTV and The Source. And then that is pretty much it. But no, nobody completely with television. No. Because I'm not in an area where television is at. I'm in Texas.
Yeah.
You have to be like in LA. You can find anything in Atlanta and anything in New York. So usually when I go out there, I try to stay an extra day just to see. Hey, I'm here. Come to me. But yeah, definitely that's probably the end goal. But I'll probably end up start writing my own and stay here local, just write my own little skits and stuff for other people and then kind of market that into other places like, hey, this is what I can do. This is what I've done. So,
yeah.
But yeah, that's the end goal. It's not to stay here.
Do you get stopped on the street?
No.
That's good.
No, I don't. Mm-mm.
That's good. You wouldn't want that, would you?
I could be with somebody who's known and famous and everything, and they'll know them, but they will not know who I am. I'm like, damn, what about me? They don't know who I am.
Do you want that though? Do you want people to stop you on the street? Because I'd imagine it would get annoying after a while. Yeah.
No, I've had one person come to me at my job and say, "Oh, I know you," but they did it while I was in a team meeting. It was so embarrassing. Or whatever, and I was like, it was kind of like a scene from Coming to America. They was like, who's this Robin? What is he talking about? You're a rapper? Like, what? Who, me? No, I get paper cuts at the printer. Like, I'm nobody. So I had to act like, but that's probably the only time. Other than that, nah, they don't know who I am. So,
I don't know who you are.
No, battle rap isn't that big in Dallas like that. It's big in Houston. It's just not big in Dallas like that yet. I'm gonna say yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it's not as big. Like in New York, I see people just walk through and they know whoever. They see them on the street walking or whatever. You could be walking with some top tiers and they all know who everybody is. South by Southwest, everybody know who everybody is. Nobody comes up to me. Nope.
So will you relocate somewhere else at some point? Or is Dallas your home, the motherland, so to speak?
Well, with this pandemic, yes, Dallas is home.
Yeah.
Dallas is home. But no, I was looking at Atlanta for a while. I was definitely really serious about going to Atlanta because every time I go to Atlanta, I just meet so many different. You can meet people. You can just talk to them. Texas, we talk, but we don't know you first. We shoot first. But Atlanta, we're like somewhere to shoot first. Then I'll say howdy. But I go to Atlanta, I go to New York, and they talk to you. So it's like, okay, I kind of. And then everybody's not so mad, they don't mind giving you their number or whatever to help you with whatever, and you can help them with whatever. It's just not a big deal. But I know in my city, I don't know, it's just different. I don't know. But with COVID, yes, Dallas is my home right now.
Yeah.
But I heard New Zealand has some good seafood, so maybe when I get over there, maybe I can just stay there. And I'll work it out.
Yeah,
so,
well.
How much is rent?
It depends. So the biggest city, Auckland, it's really, really expensive there. Like
really?
Apparently I did see recently that the average wage in regards to house prices is in the worst in the world, like top 10.
Wow.
Yeah. So the average house is around about 1.2 million. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm about to sell drugs. Shit.
But yeah. So that's the main, obviously Auckland's like the hub of where everything's at. But outside of Auckland, it's not as bad, but because a lot of people buy property here as an investment, that's why it just keeps going up and up and up. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Rent is pretty high as well. Because I'm from there, but I had to move because I was ending up broke. So I'm like, oh, hell with this. So I moved.
That's usually why people move. I'm broke.
Yeah.
Like that's a really good excuse. So
yeah. So I'm about an hour away from Auckland, but I go up there regularly, obviously, because the battle rap events are only an hour and a bit away, so it's all good. It's all
I'm
good.
broke in Dallas, so I'm gonna stay here. It costs more to live over here.
Yeah. Well, what's the average house price in Dallas? Do you know? Is it expensive? It wouldn't be like LA or New York, I'm sure.
Oh, LA, LA is like $500,000 for like a palm tree that's like with burglar bars on it. It's like, what the hell? No, I would say a good house, a good decent house is like 160.
160,000.
Yeah, that's like a nice little house, a nice good house for somebody single, no kids. Like 160. That's a good for a decent house. I'm in Texas now. You gotta understand, it's a lot of land down here.
Oh yeah, it's a big ass state. Yeah,
and there's no HOA, nothing. It's just a lot of land. So you can get a nice house for a good 165. But the type of living I would want to live, I'd probably say maybe in the 200s, like, up to date, modern. I like that modern wood floors. Yeah, about 200,000.
Yeah, stay in Dallas. You got a good there. If you're paying 165 for a house.
Yeah. No, Atlanta has really good houses. It's just they got that HOA, and the HOA is higher than the mortgage payment. So it's like,
what's HOA? What's HOA?
Homeowners Association. It's like
What's
a
that?
fee. It's a fee that you pay to make sure your neighbors, for stupid stuff like your neighbor doesn't cut their grass. So HOA will assess a fine and make them cut their grass. Keep the neighborhood nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, make everybody comply with what it need to look like to keep the value of the houses on the block equal. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, like you dirty over here, you making the value go down for the rest of us. So HOA kind of keeps everybody in check. But you pay for that every month. But sometimes it's higher than your mortgage payment. So it's like, it doesn't pay the house off. It just pays to keep people in check.
Yeah. But they don't have HOA in the hood, I suppose. You wouldn't have HOA.
It just depends on where you live. Like, it's probably not in the hood. No. So
man, I'm still buzzing out that a house you can get for 165, 200.
Yeah, go on Zillow.com and you could just Googling houses like that are 165, 200,000 in Dallas, and you'll see them pull up decent houses. So
yeah.
Yep.
I've heard that Texas is the state for Jesus and guns.
Yes, we are in the Bible Belt. Shoot first, pray later. Let God sort them out. Let God sort them out. I don't know who that was, and I don't care. Pray for them.
Yeah. There was that there was a thing I watched on Netflix, Tiger King.
That wasn't that was like in Florida.
Yeah, that was in Florida.
That was in Florida. Now Florida, that's a whole nother breed.
Yeah.
But yeah, that damn Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin?
That damn Carol Baskin. Okay, but you know what? I think he's in jail. Is he in Dallas jail?
He's probably got COVID-19 in jail.
I think he's in Lew Sterrett. Is he in Lew Sterrett? He's either in Lew Sterrett or he's in Oklahoma, I think. He's in jail in one of those. I believe. I think he is in jail here, if I'm not mistaken. But
here's the thing though. Like a lot of the media we get of America is sensationalized. It's just all extremes, like all the extreme people. But like every American I've met is normal, That's why.
You know what? That's a good perspective, because when they show foreign events or foreign it seems hostile as well. Like, you know, a bomb went off today, and you'd be like, damn, they still making bombs, you know, like, or such and such killed. You'd be like, what, you know?
Your
or what is
president isn't helping.
Oh man, he is so damn racist. Talking about the kung fu flu, and I was like, nigga, everybody likes Bruce Lee, you bitch ass motherfuckers. I love Bruce Lee. I love that man. Don't you dare. Hell. And he didn't even have enough for his first campaign or whatever. He didn't have enough. There wasn't enough people to fill in the seats. Like, it was empty. Like, nobody was. But he kept saying the kung fu flu. And, like, if you look at his body movements when he speaks, there's a hand up his ass. So.
Because isn't Texas a Republican state? Yes,
very conservative, very conservative, very Republican, very proud. Yes. And more yes. I think he had dinner here like last week with some billionaires. Yes.
So do you know Trump supporters? Do you know people in your in a crew that are Trump supporters?
They're not gonna say that out loud to me. They're not gonna tell me, you know. They're not gonna say anything, you know. But sometimes, okay, I'm not a Trump supporter, but there's some things I find hilarious with him because he just says whatever the hell he wants to say on Twitter. I've never seen a president just. I mean, at least he's honest about how he feels, how he really. I don't agree with it, but he's honest. Like, he just said, and he trolls. He's a troll. When you see your president, how do you have this much time on Twitter? You're supposed to be running the country. Like, for real, like, what are you doing? You rigging polls? What are you doing? You know? So it's just, our president is ridiculous. He's not a representation of us as a whole. So,
of course not. Of course not.
Yeah, just, oh man. I don't know what was going on. It's like him or Hillary. Oh, he really goes in on Hillary.
Oh, yeah.
Hillary, she a man. He does Hillary bad. But
it was fun. It was fun to watch. As
yeah.
An outsider looking in that has no connection to the country, it was hilarious to watch. Just
yeah, it's like a battle rap. It was like a face-off.
Yeah, it was.
It was a face-off to a battle rap. Like, you know, well, you're a man, you know.
You're gonna go to jail. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they're waiting on him. So
yeah. I'm not sure if you know, but in Auckland when we had the Black Lives Matter protest, there was a guy that showed up wearing a Make America Great Again hat. And people just went in on him, eh? They grabbed his hat, they set it on fire. They were like swearing at him and pushing at him. I should see if I can find you the clip to send it to you, but yeah. This guy was trolling.
Y'all made America look bad the way y'all were going in. We should have went in the way y'all went in. Like, y'all were going in. I was like, dang, you know, don't get me wrong, there's protests over here, but not like that. You know, I don't know if you remember in Dallas when they had the sniper shootings in downtown.
Yeah, I remember.
First, there was a protest, and so it's kind of like there's a protest, but it's like, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of, Dallas is known for snipers. So you kind of you want to protest, you're mad, but you're still looking around, you know?
Yeah, that's one of the things I've always found fascinating about America is the guns thing. Like, because everyone's got one, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, so you don't want to get on the bad side of anyone.
At all. No, because you can't pull out a gun and say, hey, get from over here. No, you better use it because whoever you pulled it out on is coming back to get you. So you better use it. So that's the rule. Don't pull it if you're not going to use it.
So do you walk around strapped?
You can't have the license to carry and the license. Yeah, you can in Texas, but no, I don't. I'm short and I have a temper. I don't need a gun. Like, I know me. I know me. You know what? Wait right here. I'll be back.
Oh.
When I get back, You better be gone. No, I don't have a gun. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No. I don't feel like we should have to go there at all. Like, even, like, I know in battle rap you yell and talk and say bad things to each other, but in real life, I don't feel like we should talk to each other that way. We're too,
We're above that.
like, we can have a disagreement, but it shouldn't be, it shouldn't be that. It should just be, okay, we disagree. This is why I disagree. That's it. Nobody agreed to disagree. That's it. It shouldn't be nothing more than that. I'm not going to convert you. You're not going to convert me. Let's argue, get it out the way. Let's go eat some cookies or some shit. Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it. It shouldn't be like that. So,
I was actually meant to come to Dallas this year with my partner, but it didn't happen because obviously COVID-19.
What were you going to come for? What happened? What were you going to do?
Oh, because my partner being Indian, and Indians live everywhere,
Yes, and they're all in Irving. If you come to Dallas, they all live in Irving. All of them. They take over Walmart. They're all in Irving. The best Indian food is in Irving. It's Pista House. Best Indian food ever.
Yeah.
Yes, they take over.
Yeah. We've even got pockets of them here in New Zealand. You'll just find complete suburbs just full of Indians. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But they're all good. Yeah, they'll be all good.
It's all good. It's all good. Oh yeah.
All right,
best food ever. Best food ever.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
So.
Do you know that butter chicken? You know, butter chicken isn't actually an Indian dish.
I heard it's Indonesian, right?
No, well, it was made to cater to the Europeans. But if you go to India and you want butter chicken, they'll be like, "What are you talking about?"
Really?
Yeah, I'll be like, "No, we don't make that."
Well, they make it over here. They like, one butter chicken coming out. Thank you.
Yeah.
Biryani extra spicy.
They make it here too. Obviously, I go get my Indian food when I can, but yeah.
Yeah, extra spicy, extra limes. Yeah. Extra cilantro. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's going down. It don't smell like curry. Let's go.
I feel like some Indian after this. I might have to go smash some. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's hot here. I'm probably gonna get some ice cream. It's hot. So, but Indian food makes me sweat. Have you ever, you eat it just because of spices, it makes you sweat. So.
Can you handle like really, really hot food? You should do when you're big and famous one day, you should go on what is that show, that Hot and Spicy, Hot and Wings, or whatever it's called? Hot Wings. Is it Hot Wings? Would they get the guests to eat spicy chicken?
The hottest hot wings, or like the hottest chocolates. I don't know the name of what you're referring to, but I know I've seen shows where like they eat something really spicy and they just start sweating like then and there, and they just die right there because they had something really spicy. I mean, don't do me like that, but I do like it spicy. I like my nose to run. Just I want to live, but
well, maybe.
Go ahead.
I wonder if you ate really hot food, if you'd sweat out COVID-19 if you had it.
Pretty much, like literally everybody should eat a ghost pepper. Literally, yeah.
What happens when you eat a ghost pepper?
It's one of the hottest chilies on earth. Like you might become a ghost. Hell. But yeah, it's just really hot, really spicy. Just eat it raw. Don't even blend it up. Just seeds and all. Just do that. But yeah. So this is how it is. This is the world. So
yeah, crazy times. I've heard that it could be like this for 2.5 years, according to I can see your face. You're like, what?
Okay, actually, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. Like, okay, so I got coworkers that are very annoying, and I don't care if they're watching. I hope they know that I can't stand your asses. So I don't fucking like you. But anyway, So I don't like people to hover over me while I'm working. Do not hover. If you hover, I'm gonna stand up and I'll make you move. Like, I'm short. I don't know if you know how tall I am. I'm only 5 foot. I'm no taller than 5 foot.
Yeah.
They make me look big on the camera. No, I'm not that tall. So, and I don't like bullies. So working from home has been like the greatest blessing ever because I just like to do my work. Do not bother me. Give me my coffee, do my work. Don't bother me. So my company is talking about, oh, you need to come back into the office. And then when the COVID went back up, it's like, no, we're not coming back in the office. Like, so when you say 2 years, it's like, okay, hopefully we can stay home for 2 years. I'm with that. You know? I save a lot of money. I save a lot of gas. I'm not getting sick. No one's bothering me. I get the coffee that I like because that break room coffee is disgusting. And I hope you hear this. I just want you to know it's disgusting.
Oh, man. I don't want you to lose your job because of this. Don't want you to lose your job with this.
They don't know who I am. And even if they do, oh, well, come see me.
Yeah.
Then I can move to New Zealand. And I can move to New Zealand and I can panhandle. That's a dream.
Yeah. Well, I imagine anyone here would be like, oh, Rum Rhymes is coming. Oh, yeah, she could stay with us. Don't hook you up.
All right. A nice couch. Wait, I have a luxury couch waiting for me. Let's go.
Yeah. I got two spare bedrooms here. So.
Uh-oh. Let's go.
Yeah.
Now I got to get a job. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, that's the hard part.
Do y'all have barbecue there? Like, I need something to eat when I get there. Like,
barbecue. Yeah. We have barbecue.
You better barbecue. Y'all better. Is it Texas barbecue? Because that's what we know for.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple of places. There's a place around from my house just that does. It's actually called Texas Barbecue Pete's or something, or Texas Pete's Barbecue. Yeah. So they do. Okay. They do that Texas stuff.
Okay. Cool. That's pretty cool. All right.
Well, we'll make it happen at some point because you will be here. I'm sure.
I will be there.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Meet Scrypt. I'll get to meet everybody. I'll get to meet Raw Thawt. I'm a fan. Yeah. And
she's the OG of.
I love her. I love her.
Battle.
I love her because she tries to. From what I've seen, she was trying to bring everybody together. I guess there was some type of controversy y'all got going on in y'all little group. I don't know. I'd be like, what are y'all talking about? Wait a minute. You're supposed to be. Wait a minute. Oh, you hating. Look. You over here hating on her. Y'all supposed to be. Stop it. Bad baby.
But yeah, she's the OG. She brings everyone together.
She's a sweetheart.
Yeah,
she's a sweetheart. Very, very supportive. Sweetheart.
She's a big supporter of the scene too.
Okay. That's what's up. So it's pronounced Modi.
Modi. No. Maori. 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 So that is the indigenous people.
D.
There's no D. It's an R, but you kind of make it. It almost sounds like a D, but it's not. So
quite. Are you saying a D? So you're not saying D.
I'm not saying D. It's just because of my weird accent that it sounds like that. Maori.
Maori.
Yeah. You kind of got it. You say it better than white folks. Yeah, white folks are like, you're like Maori.
Wait. So you're not white?
I am white, but I grew up in the hood, so I'm not white.
So you're not white.
I am white, but I'm not white. Like I grew up around a lot of Maoris and
Maoris.
Yeah, and there's a lot of, particularly in Auckland, we have the largest Polynesian population in the world. So Samoans, Tongans, Niueans, Fijians. So there's a big Polynesian culture.
That's a big mix. That's a big mix.
Yeah. So I grew up around a lot of those people. Obviously, I knew white folks as well, but that's probably why I understand them somewhat. You know?
Okay, I got it.
So when I hear, I've even heard some white folks here call Tupac Tupac, you know?
Tupac.
And I'm like, pronounce it right, man.
Hey, I mean, hey, you gotta go on how it's spelled. Two-pack. I've never heard that one. That's kind of funny. That's a new one.
That's when you know they've never listened to hip hop.
Two-pack.
Like, you probably listen to rock or some
Two-pack.
old school classic music.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Even when I hear Daylyt talking, it's like, hello, Robin, I'm trying to get, hello, and I'm going to, he's going to kill me. Oh, he's going to kill me. But he talks so fast, I have to like,
I was worried.
It's sharp. It's like very sharp English to me. So I have to listen a little differently.
Yeah.
You know? But it's cool.
That's cool.
How do I sound to you? Do I sound?
You just sound like every American I've heard on TV.
Okay, cool.
The accent's just a normal American accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
You know how there's the southern accents, I think, that are like really, really strong.
Oh, yeah.
I'm from Alabama.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. Mm-mm. No, we're not doing that. So that's funny. But
when was the first time you heard the New Zealand accent? And were you like, this sounds weird?
I think when I first looked at some of the battles, it took me a minute to get adjusted because I couldn't understand what was being said. And I think y'all use different terms for what you're trying to say. Like,
such as, can you give me an example?
I'm trying to give an example. I wrote it down. I had to write it down. I think I had to ask somebody what it was. The way y'all move, y'all say things. I can't explain it. Like, why do I want to say shit's on the Barbie, but that ain't it.
What? Shrimp on the Barbie? No. That's Australian. That's Australian.
I know, that's why I don't want to get cussed out. That's not what I meant. Don't cuss me out. Guys, y'all have these terms. You know what? Whenever I come across it, I'll hit you and I'll let you know. I can't think of it right now. But I did listen to some things and I'm like, what does that mean? What does it mean? Like the way they're said, like, to me, it doesn't mean anything because it's like, okay, he said that. But to you guys, it was insulting. And I'm like, you know.
Yeah. Did you watch Dizaster's battle versus Skolar? Because Diz came here.
No.
He used a lot of New Zealand references when he was here. Like, he did his research fully.
Did he?
If you watch the battle, the crowd's just nuts, man.
I believe that. Yeah. I believe it. I definitely believe it. No, I did not watch it. What was I gonna say? My mind just went totally blank. Forgive me.
That's okay.
But yeah, because I'm still trying to think of sayings that you guys said that I was like, what is that supposed to be? You know, like, what is that?
Yeah.
But no, I just know that y'all have different terminologies or terms of endearment that I probably would be like, what the hell? So.
You'd figure it out quick if you're here.
Yeah, I figured out. You know what? Battle rappers like that, you're trying to figure things out, like the leg, the nose, the shotty. You know, you figure out these terms. Like, we don't talk like that in Texas. So when you hear New York, it's, you know, I pull it with the nose. What's the nose? Runny nose. I'm coming down with something. What? What does that mean? What does that mean? What's wrong with your nose?
Oh,
literally.
Cool. Hey, I'm gonna wrap up there.
Okay. Yeah, I think my battery died on my phone. Oh, not on my phone. On my laptop. I thought I plugged it up.
Yo, this has been an awesome chat.
We're gonna have to come up with some other questions.
Yeah, for sure.
We did good though. We did great. This is great. No, and I really appreciate you taking the time out on a Saturday. Like,
that's all good. That's all good. You know?
Yeah. So anytime you want me to come, I'm here. You ought to do like a group thing, like, you know, maybe next time I invite Chilla, and then you can ask him some questions, and then
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Daylyt wants to get you and Chilla over at some point, but unfortunately, we just don't know how long this thing's gonna last. And
yeah, y'all are gonna have to smuggle us in over there.
Yeah. Well, James Cameron got in to direct Avatar 2, but he brought with him pretty much $60 million with him, and he created like 400 jobs. So
come on in here.
Yeah.
Come on in here. That's what I would do.
There's a lot of Americans in Silicon Valley that have actually built underground bunkers in Queenstown in New Zealand to escape the apocalypse. There's actually all these underground bunkers that all these Americans have paid to build.
I think I saw.
Yeah. And a lot of them, when shit started hitting the fan in America with COVID-19, a lot of them flew here, and they've been here ever since. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they're working from home. What?
I don't even. Are they working? I don't know. When you've got millions, what do? You just chill, I guess. Lucky for some, eh? Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we just gonna have to, duke it out. You know what? I'm just gonna see how this work out. Be like, oh shit, I don't know. So, well, this was fun.
This was fun.
And forgive me. I'm all, I'm looking like Daylyt's little sister. Are you excited about Daylyt versus? You excited about Daylyt versus Tay-Rock?
Yeah, I just
go ahead.
It's not happening in person, eh? It's happening over. It's they're doing it remotely.
Yeah.
It's just not the same. That's the thing.
It's not.
Yeah, when you don't have the crowd there, it's just not the same vibe.
Well, it's two advantages to that. In ways, I like the crowd, but also in ways, it ups the competition in the bars because there's not a crowd to gas the bars. So that means you really have to rap. You have to rap. So, because everyone's listening and you have to rap. That's it. No one's going to gas you. No one's going to say, oh, that's fire. And it was trash. No one's going to do that.
True.
You have to rap. So, yeah, I do like that part. But with Daylyt, I know he's going to come with the, I don't know. Is he bringing his mask? Is he, I don't know.
He's unpredictable.
Is he going to dress as a slave? Is he going to?
No, he is a troll. He is a troll. You put him and Trump. Trolls. Yeah, you put him and Trump in the same room.
Oh man. Yeah. I think Daylyt will win.
Yeah, I think Daylyt will win too.
I think Daylyt will win. Yeah. When he wore something where somebody had some legs on the behind him, I was like, what is that? No, or was it in front of him? I don't know what he had. Yeah, so with this is going to be interesting. I don't know who you got.
Daylyt. I'm going with Daylyt.
Yeah, I don't know about Tay-Rock with no crowd.
It's a whole different thing.
It is. It really is. It really is. You have to battle the audience, you have to battle your opponent, and then you have to battle yourself.
Yeah, that's right.
People don't think about that. You have to battle yourself. And that is your biggest opponent. It really is. So,
yeah.
All right, I'm getting ice cream.
All right, you smash your ice cream. We'll do this
Continue.
again.